things just kind of got pushed and pushed and pushed. And I ran out. I thought I had plenty of time. I ran out to do some errands. I just had to run and get some gas in my car, go by Walmart, and pick up some lunch stuff for the week, and some dog food. And well, that didn't go exactly to plan, I guess, because all of a sudden I'm in Walmart grabbing the bag of dog food, and my phone is all letting me know that I got 10 minutes to get this started. And I'm like, oh no, because I have an alarm set for that. And then, yeah, so here we are. I made it back. I'm getting everything set up right now. I've got the microphone on. I'm getting all the, here we are. We're back in Foosha, obviously on the screen there. Let me go ahead and throw us into this nice little view here. And we can take a look at Foosha as I'm talking here. And, yeah, so, there's a fire in one of the districts way on the other side of the city there. But, yeah, it just was one of those mornings I needed to stop and run around and do things. So I'm sorry to everybody that I'm late. Thank you for waiting. And I will be getting started in a moment. Just give me a second. I got, trying to get myself a drink. Got my tea here. I'm going to crack that open. And then I'm also going to do a little bit of inhalation therapy because I haven't done that today. And, well, it's a good time for it. Holy crap, that fire. I can see it from here. And it's huge. Let's go see this fire. Oh my God, there's like a huge, just giant chunk of the city on fire. It's like one of the sewer systems. I mean, that methane gas is definitely something to watch out for. But look at, we got that building burnt, that building burnt, this building burnt, the sewage place is on fire. It may jump. We'll see what happens here. But at least this building was saved. These people right here, this Williams place, they are breathing a sigh of relief. They're like, oh my God, that was so close. That was so fucking close. Oh, look at the fire spreading to the next sewage facility. Again, watch out for that methane. All right, let me get my, let me back this back up. Oh man, I love this city. Foosha is one of my favorite cities. We've been just going so hard on this one, trying to get it to be a huge city. Like my goal, like I said, I have one or two goals to meet with this city, and that is either A, we get to 1 million citizens, or B, we break the game and it doesn't work anymore. I've never like, this place is huge. Look at massive the city is. It's 25 tiles big. And the PlayStation plays it freaking beautifully. I have to say, the PlayStation 5 is super powerful, like just super, super powerful, better than my PC, because I can load this game in a matter of moments, like in less than a minute, no problem. I load this city right here in less than 30 seconds, about that time, right? If I was to load the city on my PC, it would take probably, I would say easily 5 minutes. And I'm sure other PC players know exactly what I'm talking about. There we go, that's what I wanted. And know exactly what I'm talking about with the loading time, because it's just freaking crazy. The PlayStation 5 can load it so fast. It's absolutely phenomenal. And then of course the graphics and everything on it. The quality of this game on the PlayStation 5 is absolutely great. So I got no complaints about it. All right, like I said, I'm gonna do a little inhalation therapy if I can find my therapy puck here. It's called a puck. If you don't know what the puck is, it holds concentrates. It's a little jar, a little glass jar. But it's so small that you're only holding stuff like concentrates and things like that in it. So it's a little teeny tiny glass jar. I think that's a puck for my inhalation therapy. So hopefully my mic is on, because yesterday I went for like 20 minutes with my mic turned off like a dumbass until I realized it, and I'm like, oh, that was so stupid. Okay, inhalation therapy done. Dogs are now begging me for a treat. They're like, you got a treat, Dad? It's our turn for a treat every fucking time. Treat myself, and now I need to treat the dogs. You know, I'm actually happy. I used to buy it when I... Hey, Chris, welcome. When I first got my dog, Calvin, he's the little ear you see in the corner of my screen here. I first got him. He's a German Shepherd. I used to get this dog food that was made with salmon and salmon and peas, and he loved it. Never had any issues with it. It was great. Well, the price of it went up. Here you go, Nami. Scrappy. Calvin Johnson. They're like drooling over the freaking meat treat I have for them. Anyway, the price had gone up on the bag of dog food, the salmon kind, and it basically doubled in price. Like, it was so ridiculous. It basically doubled in price. I couldn't afford it anymore, so I switched them. It was the same brand, but I just switched them to a cheaper style of the same brand, which was still around the price that I was paying at the time. And so it finally went back down. It's $35 for a 24-pound bag of dog food. And it's a really good dog food. Like, my dog is very healthy off this food, don't get me wrong. It's not some cheap shit. It's not like Old Roy. If I give him Old Roy, it screws up his coat. Like, he gets all these patches on his coat because he gets all itchy and starts chewing on himself. Old Roy is terrible. And anyway, this stuff that I get him, I was giving it to him as a pup when it was the salmon flavor, but I switched it off him, and he still deals with coat issues, his fur issues here and there. So I went today to the store to buy dog food, and they have it for the same price. I was excited about that. I was like, oh my God, it's the same price again, finally. So I'm finally able to switch him back to salmon. I can't wait. Hopefully this will fix the tiny issues he's been having with his skin and coat. And we'll see what happens with that. I'll keep you updated if you're interested. Today's whiskey, if anybody's interested in knowing, today's whiskey is 8 Seconds. It's like a knockoff of Pendleton, to be honest. Like, seriously, it tastes like Pendleton. It's in the same bottle as Pendleton, but it's just a cheaper version. Pendleton is like $25 for a bottle that size, whereas this was 17. So goodbye. It's a Canadian whiskey, but it's bottled here in the States, I believe. I know that Pendleton is imported product of Canada. Maybe this one is just straight up Canadian. Nope, imported and bottled by Franklin Distillers in Fairfield, California. So this is just somebody in California doing the same thing as Pendleton. They're like, oh, Pendleton's doing it, I'm gonna do it. So it's not a bad way to get a company started. If you're gonna start a distillery, the best thing to do if you want to get your name out there is to start with a blend. Oh no, you're not late. I'm the one that's late, David. Don't worry about it. But the best thing to do is to get a blend and start with a blend so you get your name out there. And then while you're doing that, you get your distillery started and you start making your whiskeys and your gins and vodkas and stuff like that. Gin and vodka is super easy to make. But like whiskey, you need to age it. Otherwise, it's just a white whiskey, a moonshine. And it's really super sweet, not tolerable. Like, people really don't like the sweet whiskeys like that new age whiskey or new birth. I don't know what the hell it's called. It's new something whiskey. They don't like it. So, shiitake mushrooms. We've got a power issue right here. I just noticed. I was kind of scrolling around the city looking at things and just seeing what's going on. So I think a good way to fix their power issue, let's take a look at them. Is just delete them. No, I'm just kidding. This is a tough one because it's on this hill. And I don't really want to do a lot of, like, see how when the house built itself, it kind of chunked into the ground there? Hey, Spuds, welcome. Yeah, I did start late today. That's what I was getting at there, David. I did start late today, but that's, I guess everybody else found me afterwards. So anyway, let's, I don't want to get like a chunk in the ground here. So it's, I think a good choice. Let's check the tiny parks. They're not bad. Yeah, see, that's going to chunk the ground out. It wants to stay flat. There are parks. I think there are parks that can form to the ground, but I could be wrong about that. Slope too steep. See, this one then conforms to the ground is what I'm assuming. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That actually works. That actually works. Because like I said, this is one of those parks that like works with the ground. It's got palm trees. It's like they just set it up. You know, we could take now our you take this. I hope everybody's having a good day. My day's going pretty good other than running a little late this morning. So I slept in a lot this morning. I was up late finishing my Baldur's Gate series that I've been doing. Let's go freeform here. And it just, yeah, it was, it's one of those things like, if you play Baldur's Gate, you know what I'm talking about. You get to the end of the game and you start getting involved with the characters throughout the game, and all of a sudden, like I'm sitting there, I'm crying over Karlach. I'm like, oh, it was... So I was all worn out, and then I still stayed up a little bit longer, and then I ended up waking up super late today and running late till they get down here or get here for this stream and everything like that. So that should work. I'm thinking I wanted to do something here that just kind of went and took that park and just turned it into something, you know what I mean? Just we're going to take this, and just stretch it out. Let people have like a walkway through here. So they can walk along the beach, right? What's cool about, like I said, I like this park. It doesn't destroy the land. They give you these like chunks like the last one did. Now I can also snap off of it with the walkways. You can do stuff like this. This is one of the things I really love about this game, is getting to do something like this. You have this little area right here. Let's have a little fun with it. Actually, I'm going to go up right about there. Just flatten this out just a little bit right in here. Just a little bit. Perfect. Even the little bit of upset dirt there. Hey, Tim, welcome. Everybody's showing up today. What a crowd. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we get this little flat spot. One thing I love doing, all right, we're going to replace these. Get these out of here, but we're going to take and replace them, basically. So I'm going to move them. I feel bad about taking a plant out and then not putting it back, you know? So and then I always love, when I do it, I tend to also go a little above and beyond. Throw that in there. One thing that I really wish is that I could, like, be awesome if I could plant just a little bit below the water line right there. Sometimes you can get it, you can trick it, but you have to, like right there, you know. But that's like the furthest it's letting me do it right now. One thing you could do to trick it, let's go ahead and hit play. That's going to skip power across there anyway. So one thing you can do is take your digging, destroy. And this is for vanilla off console. This is one thing that I've found. You go to shift terrain, you come right out here and just drop it. drop the water down. It's going to suck it away. Okay, there we go. I was like, it's going to suck it away, and there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Now we'll hit pause. It's not down super low. It's just showing what I like to do. So it sucks the water down. It'll fill itself back in over time too, which is like, so you don't even have to touch it. But now I can take, yeah, throw some Latania down in here. Now we'll grab some grass. You see it's got a different color to it too and everything, which is pretty neat. It's like a little more shriveled out. Now we hit play. Let the water do its weird funky stuff there. Got some important legal docs and some top-end Cali nugs. Oh shit, Spuds. Well, I hope it was. I hope those legal docs are something you needed to do well, and yeah, the Cali nug sounds good too. Now, see, check it out. Now that the water's come back up. Yes. So now that the water's come back up, you can see the plants underneath the water there. There's little bits of the grass poking through the top. And I mean, this is purely working with vanilla. I mean, I could do stuff like this on PC, playing the PC, but let's get out the light shine off of there. But you have Move It on there, so you can just put the grass in the water if you want. No one's picking up your trash. Well, it sucks to be you. But yeah, great trick. You can get plants under the water, so you have more of that effect. And then you can do even more. Like I could take this, just make a giant hole right out here, so it sucks all the water down and it opens this whole area up, right? And then you can sit there. You can plant these types of vegetation plants, the low vegetation, high vegetation. You can put a bunch of them out in here and stuff like that. And it tends to give it the effect that you see right there. You can throw rocks in there, things like that. So yeah, I mean, if you're ever trying to actually like go hardcore, like, you know, can't build on water, and you want to go hardcore details like that, and, you know, really make your stuff pop, that's the way to go right there. I mean, you can even see the reflection, which is great. Like, you see that green just kind of popping through the surface right there, and it gives it a great effect. So, all right, let's get back to what we were doing originally. I wanted to come in here, throw down, actually, I don't like those tables. I've fallen in love with these tables up here. Oh my gosh, go to the table, there we go. These ones are awesome, I love them. My deed poll docs for name change, just need looking sign. Awesome. Congratulations, Spuds. Congratulations. Okay, we'll do that. Now, this is kind of cool. You can throw a little fire pit right here in the center. Bam! Loving it. One thing that kind of sucks is, like, it does that. You know, the, I forget what it's called, but where it breaks up the grass and gives it that kind of dirt effect. I'd love to be able to do something off with that dirt effect off of there. So one thing that I've tried before and sometimes works, not all the time, but sometimes. Oh, hold on, before I pass them up, let's go to our barbecues here. I like putting barbecues next to the tables. It's something that I enjoyed in my childhood, growing up, going to the park as a kid and stuff like that. There, like, you'd go to the park, the table would have a barbecue right there next to it. You just have to bring your own charcoal and clean the barbecue grill. And it was awesome. Like, you didn't have to worry about it. You're cooking on it. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's just cooking on it. Now, yeah, as time got on, like nowadays, I might not trust those barbecue grills too much. too many weirdos out there these days, but all right. So one thing I've tried before, like I was saying, is you can grab like a bench, throw a bench in, but it really doesn't look like a good spot to throw that bench. You know what I mean? And it's off. The color is off. So something else we can we could look at a different bench. See, and there we go. That's not too bad. We'll put the benches sort of close. And then, so it doesn't work all the time, but it tends to work sometimes. In this case, it's kind of working. Then we'll throw a little trash can in right here at the end. I was hoping that would have connected the two right there, like giving that final bit. Because usually the trash can... Oh no, this one doesn't do it. Sometimes the trash cans, maybe not that one. Let's see. Let's test. Nope. Let's go to the original one up here. No? Okay. Part of me felt like I've had the trash cans create that little bit of dirt in the grass before, but whatever works for me. We got this cool little park area right here. Like, tell me that isn't badass. That is, wouldn't you love that in your neighborhood, especially if you live there? In fact, let's help them out. Does Remaster have grass decals? And oh yeah, ruining. That's what it's called. See, I'm wanting the ruining in that case, to be honest. And yes, on my PC builds, I have gotten the thing to get rid of grass decals, and I have gotten the thing to turn off ruining and stuff like that. So let's take a look here. Up here. I can't get close enough, to be honest. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I can. Hold on. I know I can. We'll do this. Hide. Walk. Well, golly gee willikers, we get lucky enough that we do not have the grass decals. Because if this was vanilla PC, the grass, you'd see grass floating or flowing everywhere. I wonder if that's one thing that helps the... It's making me wonder now if that's one thing that helps the console version run so quickly, is it got rid of all the grass decals. Hold on, let's double check this. We'll float on over here. And walk. Yeah, no grass decals. Look at that. I got a tree floating over there. Oh, now it's starting to almost get closer to the ground. It was floating a second ago. Let me back up. Oh, there it is. But yeah, no grass decals. Look at that. That has got to be one of the things that they did. Yeah, the sprites. That's got to be one of the things they did to help make the game run better on the console, I'm wondering. Because I know on the PC, that's something I wanted to get rid of, but I had to use a mod to do it. Because, like, especially building a cemetery, and I'm trying to lay down, like, cemetery plots and, you know, like, tombstones and stuff like that. Yeah, that, it was ruining it for me with the trying to find the right word, ruining with the ruin. But yeah, yeah, it's one of the things that kind of was hurting me was getting that. All right, I don't want to destroy the tree there if I don't have to. Perfect. It looks like it's coming out of their backyards and everything almost. One thing I will do for them, just, oh wait, I can't mess with the, I was thinking of a mod on the PC where I can make it to where only certain vehicles can go on the road. Because I'll make it a little more private for them. All right. Oh, like that looks pretty good, and it got the power sent across. I am so happy with that. And then we made our own little park over here. Beautiful. Absolutely freaking beautiful. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's be nice. Let's be nice to get the fire pit. Let's be cool park owners here. Wait, wrong one. And, oh, I might have to go to a different place. So, that's a hay rack. That's not what we want. Harbor seat. That could have been kind of cool if it has the ruining under it. Alright, so I gotta go to a park over here for it. It's gonna be the nature reserve, and it's this right here, the firewood rack. So we'll just pretend. Boom, we'll put the firewood rack down, and then we'll place a sign here that tells people about the park and, you know, whoever built it or donated it, right? Can't type for shut. Oh my god. Okay. It was too good. It was just too perfect right there. I can't type for shit. Oh shit. Okay. Let's go ahead and put a couple of these in. I think these are always neat to have since I can use them. And I mean, if people came here when I was a kid, oh, I totally loved finding these when I'd go to places. I'm like, oh my gosh, let's go see the binoculars. So I'm gonna pretend that the firewood pit has like a little donation box to help, you know, keep it stocked and keep our whatever our forestry / parks department would be called in this city. So let's go with a little outhouse. That's actually a smart idea. We'll put it out here away from the seating and everything like that. One could even pretend that it might pipe out. I'm just kidding. We wouldn't want that. I think what would actually be more effective in a park setting like this, as far as toilets like that, would either be the ones that you build a giant pit, you build it over the pit, and then one day you just eventually fill the pit back in with dirt and it turns into earth eventually. Or there is the one that does, I forget what it's called. It's like a solar toilet, I guess. And what it does is it basically cooks and burns off everything underneath the toilet using solar power or solar energy. And that's another one that's great for parks and areas like this. I've seen people that use it. I have a friend on Facebook. I don't go on Facebook that often, but I have a friend on Facebook whose actual, like, their whole house is set up, like, as far as the toilets. It all goes to one certain spot, and it goes through this crazy filter process. The water gets filtered away from all the solid stuff, and all the solid stuff gets burnt up with a solar freaking energy thingy-majigger. It's freaking crazy. Winter weather warning. I'm having to feed the outside birds every 90 minutes. Really? Is it that, like, so they keep their energy up, I'm guessing? That's crazy. That's, wow. It does not get that cold here if that's what you are talking about. For sure. See, now that right there, the bot came in and said, thanks for joining. Check out my page. and in like 30 seconds here, it'll have another little thing pop up. That's how I expect my bots to work. Here's my my chat box. Everybody being awesome people chatting and talking. And then that comes up. I get so bummed out when I'll be sitting here at night playing games, and I'll have viewers. I'll have like, you know, viewers on Twitch. I'll have viewers on YouTube, but nobody's commenting, and all of a sudden you just see the comment thing just fill up with the bot. It just fills up, and I'm like, oh my god, I feel like a chump right now. So sometimes I don't turn the bot. I've been thinking about not turning the bot on, but today it worked out. Okay, this has been a good little build, little piece over here. Just having fun putting these little parks in. But let's do something a little more needed, like housing. Let's get back over here. Last time we were here, we built up our, it's a little bit of industrial, more office, more business type of thing. And now this area, all in here, we're going to be doing housing and like housing in here and stuff like that. And I want to do a mix. It's going to be a mix. So we're going to do two different districts here. We're going to do the district painting tools, come in here and do this. We're going to follow the road right here for this side. I'm going to do this. Let's make this separate. I think I'm just going to expand this business district over this way, so I don't have to worry about like whatever with it. It's already set up the way I want it to be in that one area, so it should be fine all the way across. Now I need another district here because there's, and you'll see what I'm thinking here. I got a reason for this. I'm gonna go up. Having a super mild winter this year, normally around 0-ish. It's about 10 to 12 degrees-ish. Yeah, mild, super mild. I get that, you know, 0, 12, temperatures that I don't see around here. We get, actually, Klamath Falls does see temperatures like that. Tomorrow morning, I'll probably be driving in 20-something degrees, like 28 to 25 to 28 degree weather. So that's what we experience around here. So that's fucking crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I could not even imagine. Like I said, I think Klamath Falls experiences weather like that, but it's just not something that we experience on this side of the mountain, which I'm grateful for, trust me. All right, let's see here. Oh, wait. District planning tools, I want this. So this one, I want it to be tall buildings. I'm kind of thinking just go default, but we also have none of those. Modern City Center, which has some pretty decent buildings in it. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I haven't used that too much in this build. So we'll go with Modern City Center. We'll go to our policies really quick. Since this is going to be housing, we'll add that. Recreational. I think this whole city has recreational use. I should change that to where it says districts to allow it. You wouldn't want recreational use in a place where people are working. They're like, yeah, boss, I'll be there in a minute after I fucking roast this joint down. Don't worry, I can totally climb that. Okay. As you can see, I do not do inhalation therapy at work. Just don't think it's a smart way to, or this right here is what got me fired from, not, okay, let me explain. Because of this, I was fired from my last job, but I wasn't the one drinking on the job. I got mad at the person drinking on the job, yelled at them, that got me fired. I don't want to do that because that's more for tourism and stuff like that. But this is cool because it helps out with parks in the area. You know, let's make this a proper high-end neighborhood, and we'll do for-profit education up in here. We'll have private schools around here. We got fishing licenses in this area, even though we can't go fishing. Oh, I'm just kidding. But now city planning. Let's go with, I don't want to do high-tech housing because then it ruins like what you choose as far, like I chose to do the modern city center and it won't do those buildings because of that. So I think all this is good to go. Lightning rods though, fast recovery because they're rich. They're going to be rich in this area. They're paying for schooling. They're going to be wealthy-ish. Some people don't have a lot of money and still pay for their kids' schooling. And those are awesome parents, don't get me wrong or anything like that, because they want a good education for their kids and they don't trust a lot of public school systems, and I get that. Public school systems can have a lot of issues, so. And not all of them. There's good public schools around me, like, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying. Maybe you live in an area where public schools aren't that good. No, we don't need any of that. Ooh, airplane tours. Look at the rich people. Today's show of lifestyles of the rich and famous. Subsidized youth by spending money on training young players. The teams increase odds to wins. This should be around where stadiums and stuff are. This also and Master. So this isn't what I need in here, but Wood Square. Now here's the difference. We're gonna go with. Oh, it already had that. Nope, that. Did I choose? No, dang it. I was still in Rosewood. Okay, there we go. First of all, let's go here. We're going to choose the Heart of Korea. Oh, wait. I was thinking Heart of Korea, but that's... If it doesn't build high-rises, proper high-rises, then we don't need that one. So let's go with Modern City Center again. We'll just double it up. But this time, I've got a plan. We're going to go in here. We'll go straight to city planning, and we're going to go to high-rise ban. First things first, high-rise ban. I want it to have like a shrinking to growing effect type of thing. Then we're going to go lightning rods, obviously. We need to do that. Don't need any of that. Taxation, don't worry about that. Services, education boost, since they're right next to the college. But then, where to go? For parks, no, park maintenance boost, and for-profit education in this neighborhood as well. Okay, so this one, I did the high-rise ban because I want this like kind of growing effect from the college into Rosewood Heights. Hillside District is going to be allowed to grow its buildings as tall as it wants. So I just wanted that kind of like this, where you got these buildings that are low to the ground and then they just get taller and taller as it builds into the center of the city here. I love that effect, and that's what I'm trying to go for here. So we're going to do that. We need more roads though, because those aren't going to be proper. So let's get in here, find my favorite road. Best thing is we ran all these roads back and forth and already cleaned up our 4 lanes, so we don't have to worry about any of the glitch getting in there, any of that bug getting in there and messing our stuff up. Let's remember, we want areas for schooling, we want areas for parks, things like that. So let's have a little bit of fun with this. Let's go with freeform. And I want to leave those, oops, knocking stuff over on my desk. Normally not like this, but temps not expected to get above 12 to 15 for next week, and 18 inches of snow. 18 inches, yeah, dang. Between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. tonight and tomorrow morning. Oh, yeah. Griefing the drinker, you're better off out of that. Oh, yeah. And you know what? I am better off. Trust me. I am way better off. The job I have now, they appreciate me. They show that. I've been super happy. So I've got no complaints with my current place of employment. I'm very happy. In fact, all next week, okay, so you won't see me getting online Monday through Thursday. If I do, it'll be a miracle. Because I am getting up at 3:30 in the morning tomorrow morning to get ready, jump in my car, and leave here so I can get about an hour and a half up the freeway here to a job, and then of course an hour and a half back home. But they're gonna pay me an extra $3 an hour than I normally get paid. So my base pay plus $3 an hour, and this is the best part, an extra $200 a day. $200 a day. And then the final part, the cherry on top of everything, an extra $100 to pay my gas. It comes in my paycheck. So like I don't see it this week. I'll see it in my paycheck next week. But tell me how freaking awesome that is. I'm making an extra, and all that extra $900, the extra $200 a day, and the gas money, untaxed. I do not get taxed on it. Tell me that isn't badass. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. All right, I do have some pretty decent areas here. Ooh, that was kind of fun, putting it straight through there like that. But I want areas for the schools, I should say. So I want a high school area. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave one of these blocks for the high school. Let's leave the biggest one and have fun with it. And we're gonna put, let's go straight for the rest of this right here, just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it. Oh, yeah, okay. I messed that up. Okay, there we go. I can't wait, though. Like, the whole paycheck itself is just, like, one paycheck will pay my rent and still have money left over, and it's by itself. And I absolutely desire to see a paycheck like that. Oh, man. And then on top, like, another really good thing is, I might end up doing that. Right. I mean, it's only an extra $100, but okay, so just for example, I own a Kia Soul. Okay, so I went to fill up my gas tank today. It was somewhere between a quarter and a half tank, somewhere in there. So about a third of the way full, I guess. And I went to go fill it up so I'd have gas for a couple days here, and it took less than $30, or just, I wish I would have saved the receipt, but it was like, seriously, I spent just around $30. It was like 28 bucks to finish filling my tank back up in this car. And I'll be able to drive to the job tomorrow, back home. I'll probably be able to do that drive for 2 days, and that's also including any extra driving. 2 days before I think about filling my tank up, and I fill my tank up Don't get me wrong, it's not like I go to the gas light until my gas light is on. I do that occasionally, but I fill my tank up at about a quarter tank to a third tank because I like to make sure that I'm not sucking anything up off the bottom of my tank like rust and stuff like that. So I do love to take care of the engine in this car. I love my car. I love my car. It's a Kia Soul, but I still love it. It's a great car. Like, don't get me wrong. Some people have problems with Kia Souls, and I feel bad for them, but I love my car. So, again, I want to make sure there's plenty of room for other stuff. We can have fun with this. One thing I'm thinking is I want my schooling. Okay, so I'm going to build the high school here. Let's go ahead and put it in really quick. Here we go. And I want to see how much of it only has to cover the 2 neighborhoods. So how much does it cover? Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we only need the 1 high school, but check this out. Even though it's a high capacity elementary school, it still only covers 1 neighborhood. So Rosewood Heights is going to get their elementary school here. Actually, let's go ahead and put it here. It'll be a little bit into Wood Square, so they have a choice if they want. Remember, this is private schools. Oh yeah, I do, but that's as long as I don't put lead in my shoes. And trust me, I've had to be very careful about that lately. Normally, I'm like, let's go. As soon as I take off from the stoplight, I'm like, what? Up to speed immediately. But I've had to be careful about that, and the car, Kia Soul does get great gas mileage as long as the driver allows it to get great gas mileage. But regardless of that, even when I do stomp on the gas pedal and go for it, I still get really good gas mileage that way. So I have no complaints at all about my car. I love it to death. There's plenty of room in it for what I need it for. I can get my dogs in there. I'm so happy with the change in jobs. I've been able to actually take a majority of the tools out of my car, and my car isn't just a drivable toolbox anymore. I actually have a back seat. For the first time in 4 years of owning this car, I have my back seat back and my front seat, and I can take my dogs with me when I want to go to the store or whatever. And oh God, it's like one of the best feelings. You have no idea. One of the best feelings to be able to just take my dogs places and not worry about like, oh, I'm gonna have to take like all my tools out of here and blah blah blah. I hated that. I hated it so much because like I want to take my dogs, but I'd have to empty my car out to be able to do it. But now that I only have to carry a certain amount of tools, Ford Fiesta gets about 50 to 60 mpg, and a full tank costs 50. Computer, this is going to sound stupid, but convert 50 pounds to 50 American dollars. Okay. That's good. That's really good then. I know, this is gonna sound stupid, but oh shoot. Okay. I wanted to put the other elementary school close to the hospital. I thought it'd be kind of cool. Education. They are in the same choice for me here, education and healthcare. Not the same for PC players, but I thought it would be neat. Can I fit it there? It wanted to. It was trying to. I can fit it there. That's not supposed to go there. Oh, it did it. It did it for a second. Nope. I don't want to like be doing the button tap that I do for some things, and then all of a sudden it like goes against the road where I don't want it. All right, I guess we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to put the school there. Are you kidding me? I hit the button. Oh, it's saving. Like, I hit the button. What are you doing? Then we need our child health center. Oh, I hope to Cheez-Its that this works. These are private schools, so I'd imagine they wouldn't use the regular parking lots. They would use the... Why can't I find them? Oh, there they are. Paid parking lots with the fencing around them. Oh, it fits. Beautiful. See how it's got fencing around the parking lot? I know there's kanji in there, Japanese kanji. I'm not going to worry about that. It's got a guard booth, and it's got a fence. So it makes sure that the teachers and parents are the only ones in and out of that parking lot to pick up their kids from the school. I love it. It's perfect. Okay. Oh, you want water? You can just wait then. The same thing with the high school. We'll do a larger parking lot if they have it. I thought they had it. Oh, there it is. It's up top. We'll do the large parking lot with the fence around it and the guard booth and everything like that. Loving that. There's even some vending machines. So you get out of your car, you grab yourself a quick cold coffee or a Monster Energy, and you're good to go. I know I'm not working, only getting careers allowance. I'm only getting 86 pounds weekly. Oh shit. So I'm just doing this without real math. Just doing it off the top of my head. Around 300 something then? 200 something? Yeah, the foreign exchange students that we have. It is a high-class neighborhood. We're going to have some foreign exchange students, obviously. That's for them. There's going to be some in German, I'm sure, too, somewhere. Okay, so we've got that in. We've got our schools. We're going to work on the schools and the way, you know how I am with my schools. I love having the fields and the parks and stuff built up around them. We'll do that in a moment. I want to start getting the housing building up while we do that. That's got to be tough, Spuds. That's got to be tough. Especially like coming in, like, okay, so I got to ask then, are you paying for your own rent, or are you like sharing a place or something like that? Like, that's got to be tough. Then of course food's another thing. Like, I just spent 80 American dollars today. Of course 35 of that was for dog food for my dogs, but the rest of that was all food for myself so that I can make sandwiches and have a couple, like, I got yogurt and stuff like that so I can make my lunches for the next couple days. But that's got to be rough. That has got to be rough. I mean, unless things are a little cheaper where you're at than what I deal with where I'm at, but at the same time, I can't imagine so. Like, everything is rough around the world, and I can't, honestly put people in a place of, like, convenience regardless, you know what I mean? So, caring for your pops, living at his place. Okay, I mean, that probably helps out a decent amount then. I know at least where I live here in Oregon, like, if I was, like, say my mom had some medical issue and I was helping her out and that was taking away from me getting a full-time job, I know that we get paid, like, the state pays for you to take care of your parents or take care of people and stuff like that. So we do have that. I don't know if you have that ability where you're at. That would be cool to look into, maybe, if you do. That might help. We have a cost of living crisis. Oh, dang, Alzheimer's. That really sucks. I have never dealt with it myself, but I have had friends that have dealt with it, and I understand. To a degree, I should say. I understand to a degree. Post-Brexit and COVID. Yeah, lots of financial crap happened because of COVID, man. Like, our government's serious. I think every world government seriously screwed the pooch on that one. I don't think anybody, regardless of whether they were trying to think of the citizens or themselves, I don't think a single world government got it right. Not a single one of them. They tried. I'll give them that. They tried, but not one of them got it right. Okay, so that's kind of what you're getting. I see. I see. Okay. All right. We got our roads in there. We have our areas. I want to put housing. Okay, let's throw parks in before we let our housing drop down. Well, I'll definitely be. Whole country is skin. Oh shit. I'll definitely keep you in mind when I have my nightly prayers. You know, that's just the way to think of people. You know, you gotta be, regardless of whether you know, where you are, you know, you gotta think of your people that are friends, you know what I mean? So, times are tough for everybody, but, you know, make sure you always think of your friends. So, if I could ever think of a way to help you out, Spuds, I will let you know. Alright, let's see here. I'm ready almost, but I want parks. I'm trying to think. I like these small parks. They are good for like just placing around and spreading electricity and things like that. You could do something like this. A little bit over here. I also like to make sure when I use these small parks, I use areas that would otherwise be like smaller. Like, see those 2 squares here? I like to put it like there instead of the 4 squares. I'd rather have the bigger building area for buildings than the park. I'm stealing it for the park, I should say. It'd be cool if I could just use move it. Bum, 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 bum. Might have to. Okay, I don't want to do too many of this kids park either, though. I gotta be careful about that. Let's throw a couple over here. Let's just be random. I'm gonna stay out of that conversation. Just putting that out there. That's a topic in America right now, and I don't want to seem one way or the other, so I'm just gonna stay out of that conversation. I hope y'all forgive me for not getting involved in politics on my channel. I do like to make jokes, but that's nothing to make a joke about right now, so yeah, I'm just gonna stay out of that combo. Alright, so that will help spread electricity. They aren't really touching each other, which is fine. But as soon as housing starts building up, so what I think would be the smartest move here to make sure that, okay, so when the district starts building, obviously we need housing right now, right? You're right, we do need a dog park though. I never put dog parks down. Wait, was that? No, it's a small part. Yo, what's funny is really made me laugh about that was I said something to my mom one day. I was like, hey, how hard would it be to build or to sew this? I showed her a outfit. I'll get to the reasoning in a second here. I showed her an outfit. She goes, oh, that wouldn't be too hard. Why? And I said, because I want to do cosplay. I want to do a cosplay outfit of this character who has a beard. And I feel that after all the time I've searched for a character to cosplay, I have found the right one. And it's Dankin from Freerun. First season of Freerun, he's another wizard, and there's Dankin. And I thought to myself, that'd be a great wizard cosplay costume. And she goes, are you going to go to those furry conventions? And I'm like, this is two different things, Mom. So let's cut forward like 2 years from that conversation, a year from that conversation. My mom goes on vacation down to Las Vegas, and on the way there, they usually stop in Reno. They stopped in Reno. The hotel they were staying in was having a furry convention, and she was running around taking pictures, having a good old time, and I was laughing my ass off about it. Oh, but let's get back to the game. Oh yeah, when she said, are you going to those furry conventions? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? Cosplay's a different world. I mean, they're similar, but it's a different world. Oh man. But yeah, it's with having a beard like this. Oh, is my microphone still okay? I gotta always check my microphone. I want to find one with a better battery, but these ones they sound great. I feel, but they don't last that long as far as battery goes. But anyway, it's taken me a long time to find a character that I can cosplay because a lot of anime characters, and I'm a huge anime fan, so I'm into it, and I'm totally into cosplay. I think it's awesome, but there's no characters out there that have beards, right? Like no main characters, at least. I'd love to find a place like a main character that's got a big old beard on them, but you know, as far as side characters go, there's plenty of them. But to find the right character is a tough thing to do, especially like you got to think like I don't want to change the color of my hair too much. I have to go to work the next day. Also, I'm poor, so I can't really afford a lot of costumes and stuff like that. Bed sheet, a belt, the big stick. That is very true. And, okay, you can use, like, you get the spray-in graying for, like, the Halloween costume stuff, the costume spray-in graying. You can do that. But I cut my beard too short. Here it is. Like, it used to be to my stomach. It was twice as long, and I cut it before I cut it. But one day, in about 2 years from now, maybe we could do that again. I do plan on growing it back out again. My goal is to grow it again. I was always to grow it to my belly button, and I got it there, so I cut it, and that's the goal again, is get it back. Excuse me, back to the belly button. So, okay, we have a problem. Oh my god, I got hiccups. We have a problem with water over there. Obviously the power problem, that's whatever, but let's go ahead and we're gonna throw down yeah, I think I'm ready. We're gonna throw down our housing. Yeah, okay. And let's go large. And we're just gonna paint it all in. Oh, let's hit pause. I hate painting and then like oh, it builds a half a house on you and you're like, that's not what I wanted. Like you see how I have around the school, I got like a couple single squares. Those are not necessarily what I want right there. Okay, and then that way I can go back and I can clean up and oh man. I can clean it up, get everything going properly in here. So let's do that. That looks good. All right, now let's do our cleanup really quick. Select. We can do that. Now this school area down here. Clean that up. Clean that up. Should be perfect. Only thing I want to do I think we can get rid of that, which is going to leave districting tools. Perfect. Okay, so what I want to do, check this out. In this district alone, we're going to go whoa. That is not what I want. This is what I want. Here we go. We're going to choose our commercial, organic, and local produce. We're going to make this, just this district right here, organic and local produce. Because check this out. This is what I want to do. I want to throw in a little bit of business over here. And it doesn't matter whether it's high density or low density. It's going to build the same buildings either way. But we're going to go some businesses there. A couple right here. One on this side of the little children's health center there. And then I think that we can take this and make this spot here just a quick little small business zone, right? I forgot, we did get a lot of this covered with our lines, but there were some issues here. Okay, let's fix this really quick. We need to continue this up. Oh, no, we don't. We need a line here. Oh! You did want one up that way. Okay. Thanks for wasting my money. One here. Let's get this other end connected in. That should take care of our water. And let's hit play. Housing should start building almost immediately over here. Let's see what happens. Let's hit high speed. Obi-Wan! Oh! Dang, my beard is about the right length for, yeah. Obi-Wan from first episode 1. When it was Ewan McGregor. Not bad, not bad. Like, he had a good beard. Oh, man. That would be more for, though, however, like, okay. So, here in Medford, they do have like their own Comic-Con. So I could go either way with that one. I could do Obi-Wan, I could do Gandalf, I could do Dankin from Free Ren. So I could do a number of options there. And that's just, I never even considered Obi-Wan before. That's easy. That's so easy. Oh my God, mind-blowing. Even older Obi-Wan, you know, again, we go with the graying, get the graying effect, the spray and stuff. Of course, I'd have to cut my beard shorter for the older Obi-Wan. Like, even then, like, even Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan had a shorter beard than mine, but still, you could be like, when he took off, when, like, in between time, right? Like, between the Ewan McGregor and, what's his name, Obi-Wan? Like, when he went into hiding. His beard might have grown at that point, right? But no, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. I'm gonna have to look into that because a lot of those, all three of those outfits that we're talking about, the one that I said at the beginning, Dankin, and then Obi-Wan and Gandalf, would all use basically a similar outfit other than the accessories. Dankin would have the little eye monocle, and then Gandalf would have a staff and a hat. I'd have to find a hat. And then, as far as Obi-Wan, no hat, but a lightsaber. So, yeah. Oh my God. This just opens up a whole new world for me now. I'm gonna have to, if I really do start getting into the cosplay scene, maybe I'll make some videos about it and y'all can laugh at me in the future. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Come on, building, start building. Oh crap. I made a mistake. Pause. I just realized this is the elementary school on this side, and I filled it in with stuff. I need to fix this elementary school really quick, and then we can go back to allowing housing. Hold on a second here. We need, first of all, every elementary school gets a child health care center. Then let's go to our parking lots. We need our pay-for parking lot in the Japanese trains section. We'll just put it right there on the school. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Then, you know, part of me wants to allow a little bit of housing just right here. And then what we can do is, since we got the housing, okay, we hit play now. We'll let the housing do its thing. Let's get these schools looking awesome, okay? Let's do that. So let's start with this one that we were just at. And we'll go with a fence to start with. Oh, it's geniuses. Well, what are you suggesting there? All right. We need a good fence for the school. We want to keep pretos out and kids in. So the best one, I think, is the oil industry fence. Stab them in the jimmy. Also, oh man. Alright, so let's go right up to the, right up to there. part of me wants to pull this over like that and leave that as part of the school. And we can do this. Nope. No, sir. Did not like that. Back down to here. We'll throw this one in. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Little basketball hoop thing there. Perfect. Again, wish I had Move It Mod and all the other little things I have on PC. I could take this and like turn it, do all kinds of stuff like that. It would be great, but I cannot, so we're just going to pretend it's great. We're going to pretend it's great. Wait, wrong one. There we go. Fencing. Freeform. Beautiful. A little tight there, but beautiful. Okay. And then off of this side, we'll do the same thing almost, but just kind of like you can do it. I saw that. There we go. You know, I kind of expected the fence to do that. Point out. For some reason, this is all, that one's pointing out, but then you get there and it's pointing in. It's like, aha. We're keeping pretos out of this side, but over here they can climb right in. The kids can't get the fuck away. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that. The fence is where it needs to be. I don't care. We'll pretend it's proper. No, miss. Well, hello and welcome. You are fashionably late, but so am I and everybody else. So don't worry about it. It'll be that type of day. All right. So this little back area here, since it is just the elementary school, let's go, oops, here. We'll do a little soccer goal, football for my European friends. Yo, hey, don't get pissed about that. I called it soccer too, Nami. Chill out. Little fucking chihuahua over there. You'd think since she's a chihuahua, she would call it football too, right? She's actually barking at something outside of my door. I don't know what her problem is. Why won't this move? Usually, oh my god, what is going on right now? Oh, there we go. I was hitting the wrong button. I'm an idiot, that's all. Okay, I want that there. I'm like, why won't it move? Why won't it move? You're pushing the wrong button, dipshit. Oh, shit. Oh, we'll make them a little soccer field, football field, soccer/football field out there. Oh, man. Yeah, we are doing some residential area. We're filling this in, getting some residential done. Thank you, David. And, we did start off with, what you did miss out on, Nomus, was over here. I was having an electrical problem for these houses right here. They didn't get any electrical. So I threw this park in from one of the later DLCs for this game, and because it conforms to the mountainside and everything like that. And then we took that and just kind of added in some walkways and stuff like that, and made this amazing little park over here. I love that park still. Just kind of right off the water. They can watch the ships go by, stuff like that. So that was how we started our day. Also with a fire. There was a fire going on. Over here was burning to down. So, okay. And then, yeah, that's kind of led into actually doing what I wanted to do today. And that was to finish this area off, get these housing zones built up, so this whole back area can finally finish itself off and build into what I have imagined this whole time. And then what I want to do, as you can see, we've had this greenway that's kind of came from here, from the Sorting House District, Umber Flats area, Sorting Hat District, I should say, not Sorting House, and then made its way up along the tracks this whole time. I want to take that and actually follow along the tracks the rest of this way and really just kind of go with a nice looking greenway through there. As we get closer to this area here, we'll probably stick more to rocks and grass and stuff like that, but we'll see what happens. So I'm hoping to get to that today. That'd be great to do if we can. But we'll see. I got to finish up with the schools here, make the schools look good. There's only 3 of them. We got the high school sharing both neighborhoods. We got 2 elementary schools here. I think we should get them finished up and then be able to get our greenway going, at least started. So we'll see what happens. All right, so get back to this school here. We got this all built up. We got them the little field. Let's get them some playground equipment. It's funny is I always like to put playground equipment out here, but if you look in here, there's already playground equipment. But then the thing is, I look at it and I'm like, look at the colors, look at the numbers, the little worm caterpillar thing there and stuff. I start to think to myself, that's just the playground for the kindergartners, right? Am I wrong? That's the kindergarten playground. You have to protect the kids that are 5 years old more than the kids that are a little smarter than them coming out here into the grass, right? So that's our kindergarten area up in there. And this is our area for everyone from 1st through 5th, 6th grade. I don't know how your elementary school does it. Mine went to 5th grade. And then they changed to 6th grade. It was weird. Luckily, I got out of there before then. So let's throw in our playgrounds now. I think this is a good spot for our slides, spinning wheels. Oh, and then one thing that kind of ticks me off a little bit is I can get my slide, my spinning wheel, and my seesaw in here, right? Unless I'm playing PC, I can't find the high-level sandbox. There's no sandbox in here. They stole it from us on the console. You can find it on PC. You just have to use the Find It mod or whatever. But that's how I figured. I'm like, there's a high level and a regular sandbox, and in here, if I want a sandbox, I have to go over to this park area, go to City Park, and then steal one from the City Parks. Sandbox 1 or Sandbox 2. This isn't high level and regular sandbox like in the PC version. Kind of pisses me off a little bit. Just a little bit. At least they eventually made up for it and gave us some sandboxes, but I would much rather have the original ones. They look good too. All right, let's get some trees. Boom, boom, boom. Got to stay out of the field there. Got to make sure they can play their soccer/football as they need. Actually, it's more like football, right? Like F-U-T-B-O-L, but that's Spanish. I spent like 2 weeks in Spain, so that's what stuck six in my head. But yeah, football. How do you, I'm gonna sound really stupid, Spuds. I'm gonna sound really stupid, Spuds, but how do you spell it? Do you spell it like American football or do you spell it like Spanish football? I know, that was the dumbest question. I'm sorry. I'm gonna show myself out. But seriously, I need to know. Yeah, the methane flyer at the sewage plants over here. Okay, alrighty. We got our first school done. I think this is good. Maybe another tree or two. Let's add some of these California palms. They're always good. And that's also allows, again, I love it. We have the school, this area, like the school has plenty of field and yard and everything out here. And we can still put a few houses in right here. That's awesome. I love it. So there's that. The high school will come back to. Let's get this other elementary school done really quick. One way we can do that is we're going the wrong direction. There we go. That, but let's not do the same one as the other school. They got the basketball court there, so let's go with, we got gym equipment. Now we're going to build a soccer football field. Ooh, there we go. A playground for dogs, so you can train your dog for dog show stuff. No. Let's go with 2. We'll go with the gym equipment. Looks good to me. We need a fence. Wrong spot. Fence. There we go. Let's do a different fence for them. Just for the hell of it. Just for the halibut. There we go. That's not bad. Nice little back area for the school and the children's center there. Works out good for me. Okay. Now let's basically do the same thing, but we're not, I mean, we'll use the regular slide complex. We're not using the same one as the last school. There, same thing with the spinning wheel. And our, all right, tell me that doesn't look like Minnie Mouse's face. Am I wrong? I know it is like it may be really obscured. It's like a really obscured Minnie or Mickey Mouse face on that seesaw. That's all. Every time I look at it, that's what I see. Like, they went to Tijuana and bought these seesaws. I don't know if you've ever bought generic Disney product from Tijuana, Mexico. But I'm telling you, that's a generic Tijuana, Mexico seesaw with Minnie Mouse on it. I have. It was a long time ago, but I have. It was fun. I enjoyed going to Tijuana when I was younger. It was fun. It's right over the border. And when you are 18 years old and can't drink in California, you cross that border and you stumble back to the border after a long night. And it's fun. They don't card you. You're sitting there, 18 years old. All of a sudden, somebody walks up behind you, grabs your head, goes, drink, and you hear a whistle go like, beep, 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 beep. And they grab your head, and all of a sudden, the tequila bottle is shoved down your throat, and you're just chugging. As you hear this whistle, beep, 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 beep. And there's techno music in the background, and you're just, Next thing you know, you can barely stand, you're trying to keep your girlfriend from eating tacos from a street vendor, and the only person that's semi-sober is screaming at the two of you to just get back out of the road. I love Tijuana, Mexico. He says football. Footy. Thank you, Spuds. Thank you. I know, it's such a just ignorant American bullshit to me, right? Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Let's give them the American... Look, it even says American football on the game. Oh my god. I should probably stop drinking. I'm having too good of a time. You know what's funny is the school I went to, the junior high, I should say, the junior high school I went to, which is like 6th through 8th grade. We had a couple of fields. We had this big area for basketball courts. They were basketball courts made on blacktop, you know, what you would make a road out of, that type of, you know, tarmac or whatever. And so we had a couple of basketball courts on that, and that was in the center. And then to the left, if you were staring at it from the school, to the left was a giant grass field that had 2 baseball fields on it facing each other. So like this one came in from the corner and this one came in from this corner facing each other. And we had those baseball fields. And then to the right of the basketball courts was a track. It was I forget how big it was. It wasn't like huge, but it was a track, right, for running. But in the center of that, they had the American football posts, and it was, I guess it would have been 100 yards, like in a normal American football game. And then there was, whenever they did soccer, whenever the coaches would do soccer for PE or anything like that, they actually had a little thing down there, a building area down there. They would open it up, and they would pull these soccer posts, soccer goals out, the big nets out, and they had wheels on one side, so the 2 of them could pick them up and wheel them out and then set them in the field, and they would set them down, and we would play soccer that way. And that was my junior high. So we would have these were in the ground, the American football posts, and they would come on, like I said, they had wheels, and they'd wheel them in and set them down in front of the football goal, set them down in front of the football goals like that. And we would play soccer out in the field. So that's something we would do. I, however, am going to delete that and just give them their own separate area over here. I wish I could make lines. That'd be so rad. Put lines out in the fields. Like actually like square them off and put the center of the field, all that in there. That'd be so cool. So cool. Okay, let's put some trees in now. Some trees now. Get some trees now. Put a couple back here too, because there's nothing going to be built back there, so we might as well make it look good. Ooh, we got a little grass spot right there. We can toss a couple trees in. Sweet. Let's do a couple of these young lindens. Alright, looking beautiful. I love it. Looking good. Alright, we got our 2 little open fields. They can go out there and play. We got a little playground. We got our kindergartner playground. We got this other little playground. I think we're good to go. Now, as the houses build, I was gonna say, as the houses build up through here, they're gonna expect me to give them power. Well, fuck you guys. Deal with it. I was kidding. Let's go figure out how we can help them. Of course, we'll work with our smaller parks. Wait, let's go look at our power line, where the power is connecting and where it's not connecting. So we've got, if we put a park here, that'll probably connect those. If we put a park here, that'll connect those. And one here or here will connect those. So let's see what happens. We're gonna go back here. Power Connectivo. Good to go. Oh, let's throw this on high speed and back out of here for a second. I just want to look around. We still have the high school to work on, so we're not completely done with the neighborhood yet. So give me just a moment here. Just wanted to get a good shot of the neighborhood and just kind of enjoy what I've already set down. It really is. It really is stupid how many assets I can't access. And like, that's the thing. Like, I don't think even in the PC version, I found the high-end sandbox and the other sandbox until I used the Find It mod or whatever it is. The one where you can just like type in what you're looking for. You know what I mean? I think it is Find It, but I would have never known about those sandboxes until I used that mod and found them because of that mod. So, all right, before I do the high school, I just saw a couple of problems I want to deal with. If you look at this, we got a stoplight here, and I am playing vanilla. We cannot allow that. Stoplights are the devil. It's the devil, Bobby. Oh my god, I got so many stoplights through here. I would hate to drive through this area. Stop, 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 stop here, stop there, stop, 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 stop there. Stop at another 10 feet away. Just double checking. We're gonna make sure we don't have. Oh, see, look at. That's why we're double checking. Okay. I gotta admit, I really love, for like right now where I'm looking around, having my controller the message I just got on my phone, like the text message I just got, I want to throw my phone at somebody's face. Anyway. Where was I going? That text message really just irritated me. I had to look for car insurance yesterday, and I needed cheaper car insurance. I just could not continue to afford what I was paying for my car. And I was looking around, and it's like today I'm getting messages back. Like, I know I needed some of these quotes yesterday. So I ended up going with Progressive. They were the cheapest out of everybody I looked through. The General, the one that I thought was supposed to be like the cheapest freaking car insurance out there, the General, if you grew up in California, you know, call 1-800-GENERAL now. Or I guess it's spread since then, but Shaquille O'Neal is like their spokesman and everything like that. Anyway, they're supposed to be cheap. The General wanted to charge me twice as much as Progressive, and Progressive is like one of the top, like one of the best insurance companies in the United States as far as car insurance goes. Any of that goes, the best insurance company out there. And I've dealt with it. I've dealt with Progressive. I have. I will say hands down they are one of the best insurance companies out there. And the General wanted to charge me twice as much as them. I'm like, you know, here's a big fat middle finger. No, not a chance. Like, are you crazy? So yeah, I went with Progressive. It is heavy though. The one thing about vanilla, I'll have to say, like, that's the reason I get rid of the stoplights. It's vanilla. It's the vanilla game. If I allowed every stoplight and whatever to remain in this city, and I'm sure there's some around here. Don't get me wrong. Like, I haven't completely cleared this city out, but if I allowed them to remain, traffic would be a nightmare throughout this entire city. Let's go take a look. 77% for 300 plus thousand citizens. I wish it was better, but I have no complaints. And if you pay attention, the areas where there is heavy traffic, there should be heavy traffic. I'm not sure why there's heavy traffic on this bridge. That's probably one thing. I guess it's maybe because of like getting from this part of the city to this part of the city. You'd probably have some heavier traffic through there. You got your industrial zone here, so that's going to make sense. Industrial zone again, that'll make sense. Really heavily used bridges here through this bay area, so makes sense. Again, this area has a lot of businesses going on in here. It's back and forth between homes, business. That's making sense. That's going to be busy. Right. This is more realistic as far as traffic goes. Right here, we got our airport. Traffic is obviously going to be heaviest at the airport. On this side, we have industrial zoning. That's going to be heavy back there. Again, industrial zoning, business zoning, it's just going to stay heavy through here. I wish I could do something about it, but I've tried and tried. You can watch old episodes. I've tried multiple episodes to fix the traffic through this area. I can't do shit. This is normal. This is how it's going to be. But look at, you're driving through your neighborhood to go home. It's light. You don't have any problems. You can make it home without dealing with any traffic. It's great. Like, that's beautiful to me. Even in areas like this, with high density housing and stuff like that. Like, it's still easy driving to get to your giant 50th floor apartment, right? Like, holy crap. So the heavy driving, it's all in industrial zoning, business zoning, airports. I have two giant airports. Like, this one's not as big as the other, but I have two big airports, two major airports in the city. And, of course, there's going to be heavy traffic. This has our McDuck Tower right here for our financial zone. Of course, there's going to be heavy traffic through here. We got industrial zoning, heavy traffic through there. Like, that all makes sense. 77-78% traffic flow. It's absolutely amazing. And I think there's a lot of other City Skylines players who build cities this size who would be absolutely happy with that too. So, all right, it's time. We need to get this high school looking good. Otherwise, they're just sitting there on a big giant green field. So let's get them. First things first, we are in like a Florida-ish area. I love it when the Twitch the Twitch bots jump in. Hey, you can get more viewers if you go here. Check it out. Like, go away, bot. Go away. I wish there was a way to get rid of those bots on Twitch. They really need to, like, improve their chat on Twitch. They really do. All right, let's see. So I want this high school to look good. Let's go into parks. Let's go up here. We're gonna go to our sports venues. Ooh, cricket. Nobody in America knows what the fuck cricket is, except for like 5 people. So we're not gonna use that. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I know everybody else in the world plays cricket. I've seen plenty of English cricket matches. I've seen Indian cricket matches, Pakistani cricket matches. Don't get me wrong. I know it's huge around the world, but we don't play it here in America. Nobody here knows what it is, except for 5 people. I'm one of 5. Community American Football Park. One of these is bigger than the other, and I like it. You get the suburban and the community, and I like the community one better. And what I want to do is throw this back here, like that, and then I have enough room. I can actually come over here. We can do soccer. I forget whether we can do this one or not. Oh my gosh, will you fit? Nope, it will not fit. Maybe this way? Holy Cheez-Its on crackers. We're doing it. This high school has money because everybody pays for their education over here. So of course, they're gonna build fields like this. Why wouldn't they? They would just, you know, it'd be a mockery of their existence as a school with money to not build 2 high-end fields like this, right? So anyway, let's oh my god. I need my cement patches. Hold on. I want to do a couple things over here with the cement. What the hell is going on? What in the hell is going on? Oh, that'll work. That'll work for me. I like that. But, let's add in Yeah, I like that, yeah. Stop that. Where the fuck? I moved. I'm like, what's going on? I can't figure it out. I was gonna say, I needed a little more concrete back there to connect to the field. Now this one, what I want to do, we're not going to worry about the concrete, but son of a bitch, get in there. I hit the wrong button. I do want to take, oh man, I was hoping to be able to like make a little walkway through there, but I guess it's not going to let me. It makes me wonder. And it makes me wonder. Oh. I like it. I like it. I like it. Other than, obviously, the bushes and the grass right there. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Let's just pretend. We're gonna ignore it. They have a planter there. Okay, there's actually a real planter there. The concrete fills in everything other than the planter. That's the way I'm looking at it. Oh my god, I like it way too much. I have to ignore the plants being in the concrete. Damn vanilla. Again, if I was on my PC, I'd just have a walkway going through there. I watch the Golf Channel. Isn't cricket so... I had to go back a second here. Twitch is a cesspool, but there are some awesome people on Twitch, don't get me wrong. I've had some cool viewers on Twitch lately, especially doing my Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate hits off pretty good on Twitch. But yeah, it definitely has a lot of bots over there, a lot of bots. And what's funny is you have like people who are still scammers, but not bots. And they're like, I'm not a bot. And you're like, yeah, but you're still a scammer. Huge audiences baffles me why one of the worst sports to watch. You know, I don't get it either. I've watched cricket. Don't get me wrong. I think it's actually pretty interesting. And the way it's played, everything like that, it's a really good sport. And I don't understand why here in like America we don't watch it, play it, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it would be something that people would probably get into, no problem. People play fucking pickleball. Pickleball is stupid. Tennis is way better, and so is badminton. Pickleball is stupid. But people play it, and they watch it on TV. They watch pickleball on TV. It amazes me. But, yeah, it helps with insomnia. Oh, I have actually watched Golf Channel. I have a friend, a couple of friends, they're brothers, and their mom is a huge golf fan, and she watches the Golf Channel. You'll go to her house to go meet you'd go to her house to meet my buddy, and the golf would be on the TV. Like, I'm not kidding. Any given day of the week, she'd be watching golf. She fucking loved it. And I'm not saying anything bad about golf. Like, I enjoy playing golf. I just don't know about watching it. Playing golf is actually pretty damn good. I got a couple of friends I grew up with, you know, through like junior high, high school, stuff like that. And they all go out and play golf these days and stuff like that. And I'm actually surprised because none of them ever expressed any interest in it back in the day. So it's just funny to me. I mean, I guess I never really did either. You're like, oh, do I want my friends to know I like golf? Oh my god, no. They'll think I'm weird, right? I want to put one parking lot that isn't paid-for parking lot over here for the high school. And that'd be more for, like, the sports venues and stuff, you know? There we go. But what we're going to do is we're going to come up in here and grab... Ooh, maybe not. Let's go to our parks. And I want these tables. I like these ones. Don't always have to use the same table, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bump, 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 bump. Okay, and now I want to go, nope, here. I want to find one of these fountains. Modern fountain. And that's what we're going to put in the center here. School has money, don't forget. It's a private school. So of course they put a fountain in. And some fancy benches with trees. couple of tables. Like that. Perfect. That's a perfect table. Love it. Ba-dum-pom-pom-pom. And last but not least, we have to think of people's potty needs. Let's get ourselves a bathroom. If the game will allow us to stick it anywhere. There we go. That'll work. And just for the hell of it, no parts. No. This part. That's amusement. City Park. There we go. Ice cream van. Beautiful. I love it. Abso-frickin-lutely beautiful. This is probably the best high school I've built. At least the richest high school I've built. All right. Let's back out of here. Let this. Oh, it's playing already. We are in a heavy need for businesses. This little area already built up. See, I told you, even though it's high rises, because it's the whatever the hell that is, the hippie shit, it doesn't build the giant buildings. It just builds these little buildings. So whatever, we're good with that. You know, produce, the homegrown produce or whatever the hell it is. God, why can't I remember? Boom, boom, boom. Organic and local produce. Duh. Homegrown produce? Close. Oh, truck traffic in the area is reduced by 50%. Increases electricity consumption by 20%. Oh, that would make sense because they're all charging electric cars like a bunch of dumbasses. Let them charge their cars at home. We don't have to have that much electricity running through here. That's got to be the funniest thing to me about people that buy. Like, I don't get me wrong, I would buy an electric car or a hybrid. I would, but the people who are like, I'm saving the environment by buying an electric car. No, you're not. Have you seen the mines for the batteries? The stuff that they put in the batteries? Have you seen that shit? You're not saving the environment. But electric cars are cool. Hopefully they come up with a better means of getting that battery stuff out. You know, there's a part of me that thinks over here, along here, could do some cool little like business zone, but at the same time, oh, I have everything turned off. Yeah, I would totally buy, like, after I bought my car, I kind of kicked myself in the butt for not buying a hybrid, to be honest. I should have. It would have saved me a ton of money on gas over the years and such, so. Do. Gotta fix the road there. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and make that a little business section. It should be fine. But just as I did with Wood Square, nope, I'm in the wrong spot. I need to go here. That's where we go. organic and local produce. Let's hit pause for a second there, and we're gonna go with, stop that, emergency services. I just want a regular firehouse. Works for me. Kind of. No, you know what? I don't like that. It's on a street I don't typically put businesses and buildings on, so no, I don't like that. Let's do that. Let's be normal. And then let's go ahead and get our police station. We'll put the police station on this end. And let it do its thing. Such a need for business. It's already like just bustling over here. I want to take a nap, but at the same time, I know if I do, I'm gonna like stay up late, and I need to go to bed at like seriously 7 o'clock. In all reality, people don't walk across the train track, but I like to do that just to pretend. Alright, it looks like people would go there, right? Oh dang, we hit our 2-hour mark. Hey everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I think it's time for me to get off of here. I gotta go eat some food. I didn't eat lunch earlier, and it's like 2 o'clock already. So I'm gonna go eat something, and I think today was actually pretty productive. Let's get in here really quick so that I stop that. I think today was pretty productive. Let's discuss that really quick. First of all, we started off over here, just having a little bit of fun looking around. We found these 2 buildings that were having problems with power, and that turned into creating this park. Little walkways through here, making it just a nice little area for people to just hang out. And then that also led to creating this amazing little park with a fire pit, so that people can come here and just hang out and enjoy the water and the view and everything like that. So then I actually got into what I wanted to do today and started building these 2 neighborhood areas. And this area here, I denied the high-rise full height on. And then on this side of the 4-lane, they can go for it. It's just because I wanted to have that like kind of growth into the buildings and stuff like that, especially because if you look here, I still kind of have that going on as well. Shorter buildings growing into the taller buildings and stuff like that. So I think it'll look good. This was just an add-on out of for the hell of it, just adding in a little business zone. I think that should do all right. I do want to, when we come back next week, we're going to go ahead and continue with the greenway, building up all the greenway through here and all the blank area, just letting it become built up with trees and grass and things like that, and making it look good. That'll be next week. I'm not sure what else we're going to go on with. Like I said, I'm really having fun with just being able to do what I want to do, not focusing on any in particular activity and practicing it throughout the week. I got way too much going on with work and stuff to do that anymore. So anyway, stick around. Next week we'll come back, and we got plenty of areas to work on in the city here and do stuff. So let's see what we're going to do next week. And until then, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you all, and you are amazing people. Thank you. I will see you.